Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, what we'll be looking at is reflected cross-site scripting into attribute with anchor brackets, HTML encoded. So let's take a look at what exactly this lab is about. So firstly, this lab contains this reflected cross-site scripting vulnerability in the search block functionality. So anchor brackets are HTML encoded. So what does HTML encoded means? Let's take a look at this. So what does HTML encoded means? When you say that if let's say you have an anchor bracket of like this, you'll be encoded into this. Because what the URL does is that it will prevent misinterpreting this as part of the HTML structure. So it will encode into another entity to prevent such issues from happening. Then afterwards, you will actually decode into this. Okay? So basically, that's what it meant. So to solve this lab, we need to perform a cross-site scripting attack that injects an attribute and calls the alert function. So let's look at the lab first. So this is the lab that we can see here. So let's input some random values. So we click on search. And here we go. So you can see here, it's encoded. So if let's say now we put in cross-site scripting tag. Let's do a search. You can see that it's interpreting it as it is. Okay. So please ignore this because basically the browser will actually convert this to something that's more human readable. But when you send to the server, it's actually encoded, which is what I shared with you earlier on. Okay. So let's look at the tutorial. So what it says here is that sometimes you are able to terminate the attribute value, close the tag, and introduce a new one. So you're able to close the tag, whatever tag is, image tag or whatever, and then introduce a new script. But sometimes anchor brackets are blocked or encoded. So meaning to say that all these are encoded, so you will not interpret as a part of the HTML structure. So what the author suggests is that we should use a new attribute that creates a scriptable context, such as an event handler. So in this case, we actually close the tag, but we introduce a new attribute that will still exist on the tag itself. Then after that, we will close off using this this markup. Close up using this x equals to something, so that it will actually not interfere with other attribute values, if there is. So this is just to prevent such things from happening. So let's take a look back at our result here. So if we take a inspect, and then let's take a look at this value that we have inserted. So let's give it something easier. So we just put this. So then we just search for this value and see where is it being inputted. So you can see here, the value is over here. So what we want to do is we want to inject a value into this value attribute. So let's take a look here. So essentially, what we want to hope to achieve is something like this. So just now you see the value tag. Then we have some gibberish value, right? So what we want to do now is basically turning this into something like this. So the value is equals to this and close that, something like this. So that's the goal that we want to achieve. So you want to close this attribute and introduce a new attribute, which is autofocus. And once it's autofocus, it will actually launch an event handler. In this case, this alert. Okay. And then this one is to make sure that this one can be executed separately, so that it not interfere with other attributes or values. So this one is basically saying that x equals to empty, nothing. You might be wondering what exactly is autofocus. So we can take a look at one example. So if I close this, let me go to W3 School, our very good friend here. Basically, what you see here is that if you click on refresh, it will auto focus on this particular box, input box. So you see, it's highlighted. So you see here, it's auto focus. So basically, that's what it meant, to auto focus on this particular input field. Okay, and in this case, once it's auto focus, it will actually launch the event handler to launch a script. I mean the script tag. Okay, so let's go to that. So we will just copy this and paste this. And there we go. You see that the pop-up has appeared. So I hope this video has been useful to you. If you like this video, I appreciate you can give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next video.